Good evening to everyone. It's a beautiful Sunday. We've had a lot of rainstorms down here south. And in the south we got a lot of rain and we needed it badly. Now, my story is about dogs in Greek mythology, and for all the dog lovers, this is something very special. There's many stories I want to tell about dogs in the Greek mythology. One is about the devoted, actually beautiful dog named Argus. Argus, unbeknownst to Odysseus, as he left the defeated Troy for Ithaca, many obstacles such as sirens, cyclops, and fierce gods awaited him. Most people of his hometown thought he was dead, that he died. But his ever-loyal wife, Penelope, and his earnest son, Telemachus, and an unwavering devoted dog, Argus, never lost hope that he would come home someday. For 2 decades, Odysseus fearlessly navigated harsh waters until finally drive was completed. His mission was completed and done. Odysseus soon enters the town. He comes back home. He enters the town in disguise. Thanks to a beggar's cloak as he approaches his home, Argus, the old dog bred for Odysseus years ago, takes notice of him. Poor Argus has been exiled from the house and was now living in squalor. On seeing Odysseus, he drops his ears and wags his tail. Odysseus notices the dog straight away, and as moved to tears by the hound's faithfulness, Argus cries upon seeing his master once again, and dies soon after from happiness. This beautiful dog was heartbroken, thinking he will never see his master again in his lifetime. He stayed faithful and true until the end. This dog was the king's best friend, loyal friend until the end. Beautiful Queen Penelope and her son, also very devoted to him, wait for him to come home. He came home as a ragged old man, scruffy beard, beggar's cloak, hair long and disheveled. The only one who recognized him was his dog, who loved him until the end. His heart was so filled with love and joy. Afterwards, he died a happy puppy, knowing he got to see his master once again. Yes, someone was trying to come after Penelope. Many suitors came. A lot of them were very evil, greedy, self-absorbed into themselves, arrogant, vain, who wanted to take over his kingdom. A lot tried to take Queen Penelope's husband's place. Many failed. As known, the dog on the other side of the yard dashed to tear from his eyes. His tears came to his eyes, the dog, without hesitation, and said, "This is the only one who recognized me." The dog jumped in his arms, kissing him, loving him, crying, literally crying with joy, with love. And he loved him to the very end. Odysseus as king of Troy. Penelope fainted with happiness. His son on his knees begging and crying and thanking the gods to bring his father back. When they saw how the dog reacted to this stranger they did not recognize, they didn't know he was this beggar. But the dog knew. The dog knew it was his master, the king of Troy. Oh, everybody's heart filled with love and sadness at the same time, knowing this dog was with him. Even in the end, he fell in his arms, he cried, he kissed his face, and with a sigh, he let himself go. Knowing he was going to pass away in his master's arms is what he wanted. He loved his master so much. And Penelope and her son said, truly, this is man's best friend, for he is the most faithful of all. The king of Troy cried. He cried with many tears in his eyes, holding in his arms his beautiful beast. He loved him. He loved him so much. He loved his master and was ever happy. After 20 years, the dog died after seeing his king, his master, the one that loved him. Queen Penelope and her son couldn't believe their eyes that the king came back to them. They couldn't believe it. Queen Penelope swooned with tears in her eyes, running to her husband. And his son also, getting off his knees, running to him, greeting his father. And they hugged him and they hugged Argus. Before Argus died, they all hugged him and kissed him, and they trusted him. They knew this dog knew his master. They knew this stranger in a Pegasus scarf and hood and cape. This ragged-looking man is his master that he loved with all his heart. Argus loved the king of Troy. And with that, he let himself go, knowing he was in his master's arms again. And the heavens took his little soul, knowing that he would be happy, knowing that his master was home safe, and safe with his family. They buried this little puppy. I call him a puppy because they're all puppies at heart. They made a statue of him, of his steadfastness, his steadiness, his love, his loyalty, and his faithfulness for his master. They loved him to the end. This dog and all dogs love their masters until the end. They will give up their life happily. They will give up everything happily for their masters. But they know who their master is. They know and love and worship the one they call family.